Ayoo, primates! Links to the video we react to today are in the description below. Also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell to be notified whenever we go live or put out new content. It really helps us out. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show!
Person voicing them is number one.
And the reason why I want to watch this is because, honestly, Gura, as well as some of my other favorite VTubers, like Iron Mouse and stuff, they're all starting to catch flack for, like, weirdo stuff. And I kind of want to just, like, start giving my opinion on this stuff. I want to bring it up. I want to see what's going on. Talk about it. You know, just sort of get more involved here with the community. Let me share this on the Discord. Please go drop them a like, drop them a sub, drop them a follow. As always, dude, they make amazing videos, and they deserve it. They deserve all the love. Boop. There you are, my dudes. It's on the Discord. And for those on the VOD, it is down in the description below. Link to the channel and the video we watched today. Let's go!
Now, over the past couple of weeks and months, there has been growing concerns about Gura's well-being.
As you can see, this lolly, which is depicted as a prepubescent child, and the person voicing them is number one, putting on a childish voice. This is not the voice of a woman.
And this month of November has been pretty difficult with that. It just kind of got worse.
Whether you're a fan of VTubers or not, you've probably seen imagery of a certain shark girl with white and blue hair going around the internet. You've probably walked into a store selling some of her paraphilia, or even have seen cosplayers parading around in a large blue hoodie.
Bro, I'm a freaking major fan of Gura. I freaking love Gura. I don't care what everyone says. Her freaking Kirby video is one of the best. Her Kirby Let's Play.
But being the most popular VTuber on
freaking
the
hilarious.
planet doesn't come without its fair share of scrutiny. And while she's been adored by many for her wholesome and carefree content, she's on the other hand often been chastised by members of the community and peers alike. In this video deep dive into the world of VTubers, we'll take a closer look at Gura's rise to fame and her enduring impact as a cultural icon. We'll also explore the challenges she faces as she ascends to celebrity status, a status that is increasingly objectified in our modern day society. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start from the very beginning. Gura made her debut on September 13, 2020 as part of the Hololive English first generation myth.
I am Gawr of Hololive EN.
Her debut stream was recorded to be one of the most successful in VTuber history, as she captured the heart of many with her childlike innocence, heart of gold, and her general foolishness and antics.
How do you spell stomach?
Of course.
A notable moment during that stream was her singing of Right on Time, an 80s Japanese song that was incredibly well received and that showcased her versatility in appealing to both English and overseas audience. And this would be a perk that would greatly contribute to her worldwide success. As the story goes, the stream was a massive hit, and Gura achieved the distinction of becoming the first VTuber to reach the 1 million subscriber milestone on YouTube in less than a month after her debut. Fast forward 2 years later, and Gura officially hit 4 million subscribers on YouTube, the first in VTuber history, and officially dethroning Kizuna Ai as the face of VTubers.
Mina! Arigatou gozaimasu! 4 million! What the heck? Excuse me! I'm so happy to be on this journey with all of you. Yeah! Let's see where we go next! I will do my best.
In an article,
dude, she has literally transcended all of that and really gone to, like, she's really gone to, like, freaking, like, idol status, dude. At this point, she barely streams, but she, like, because she's doing so much live shows and so much stuff, dude.
He knew the market would be lucrative, but his expectations were blown away once Gura hit 4 million subs. As the English-speaking world is certainly very big, you could say we had some expectations of people watching more frequently, he said. Since the name recognition of Hololive itself had been rising around the world, we figured we should see an increase in viewership. I personally talked to all of them before their debut, but we didn't predict anything like that. Indeed, when the VTuber trend started in the Western world in 2020, Hololive was one of the first agencies to capitalize on it. The generation called HoloMyth, which includes the 5 most popular English-speaking VTubers in the world, could be considered the driving force behind this trend.
Dude, I've always been a major fan of Calliope Mori and Gura. I freaking love them, dude.
Curio Coco was one of the first Hololive members to gain a large Western audience, but that is a large subject in itself that we will have to keep for another video. You see, before HoloMyth, VTubing was a small and obscure part of the internet that only appealed to hardcore anime fans. There were very few English-speaking VTubers at that time. However, everything changed after HoloMyth's debut, which served as a catalyst for the VTuber boom.
Oh, Watson's so adorable too!
Anime girls, and Gura's arrival proved to be the perfect timing. Gura's immense success could be attributed to her ability to bridge the degenerate shitposting VTuber fans to a more mainstream media. She's adorable and easy to follow, and so she's watched by all age groups in her audience. And while she doesn't often sexualize herself or her body, making her stream more on the family-friendly side, she's also not afraid to play into sexual innuendos to appeal to her older audience.
Alright, should we go to the jail cells? Because I feel like that's where the fun happens, right?
Yes, ma'am. Found the shower.
Ooh.
Who's gonna make the soap joke?
God, please.
Speech. I would like to announce that the lamps on the ceiling look like boobies.
I feel like this Reddit comment characterizes how she
There you
appeals
go.
to the normie audience quite well, as this user describes his little sister, who is not familiar at all with VTubers, that absolutely adores Gura. The cute factor is definitely part of her charm, and Gura
Absolutely, she's always been super freaking adorable. I do think that is her real voice, though. Honestly, I don't know 110% right, but I'm pretty sure it is.
not afraid to weaponize her own cuteness, often playing along with it.
I'm cute.
In fact, Gura often plays a kayfabe of a character who seemingly is barely capable of spelling, doing maths, or even remembering her own birthday.
Gura senpai, how old are you today?
9,655 hours.
9600。 9600。
9,600. Yes.
A silly but incredibly charismatic persona.
Can you spell vision?
Vision.
No, it's Vizon.
For those who don't know, the term kayfabe originally comes from professional wrestling, where the portrayal of stage events within the industry were known to be faked or staged, but to which the audience
I love how for YouTube this had to all be blurred out.
played along. The wrestlers needed to keep that persona and not break character even outside of the ring, and so this performance was still presented as authentic, even though it was not. Kinda how VTubers still act their characters outside of streams and on platforms such as Twitter.
Dude, that is something I do 100%, because even though I do pretty much bring in my own real personality and stuff into it, for the most part this is a character. I don't sound like this IRL.
Today, the term has mostly diverged to be applied to multiple things, including VTubers. And in the context of VTubers,
I love them
refers
too!
to the act of maintaining the illusion that the virtual character is a real person. In other words, we know it's fake, but we're playing along, wink wink, for the sake of entertainment. Gura is known to play a kayfabe of a moe character. Moe is a term often used in anime and manga culture to describe a feeling of affection or attraction towards certain fictional characters. Typically,
Yeah, it's so
young and cute
adorable.
ones. Moe characters are often characterized by their innocence, vulnerability, and various traits that makes them appear charming or cute. This is important to note, as antis will often use these characteristics in the future to attack Gura. In my opinion,
Freaking A.
a significant part of what
Bro,
accounts
people
for
really just
Gura's
be hating. As soon as you get any kind of popularity, people just hate.
Gura's global appeal is how she embodies the beloved shonen main character trope, meaning she's incredibly positive, kinda dumb, and wears a very laid-back attire and always speaks her mind without thinking much. She kinda reminds me of a female version of Luffy from One Piece. but
Let's
without
go!
the whole
I
meat
freaking
shit.
love Luffy.
Actually, never mind. Gura's exactly the same, but with seafood. See, Hololive was pretty clever when they crafted their lineup, as they basically fashioned them after after an anime cast. While Gura would be the main character of the group, and I'm not saying that she's necessarily the most important, so bear with me there, but rather that she's the character that will blanket appeal to the widest audience by pulling them in. And then
No, she's the star. She's definitely the star idol. Let's not beat around the bush here.
eventually grow to love and have their favorite in all the other members, as they each cover a different persona, with each of them catering to a different niche. Ame the ingenious, Ina the cozy artist, Kiara the outspoken, Kali the rockstar, etc, etc. An additional factor contributing to her remarkable success is her immense talent as an entertainer and a streamer. Hololive did not flip a coin and hope for the best with Gura.
I love it. The freaking Disney Channel wine. Let's go.
Had already proven themselves to be a successful creator. Before her debut at Hololive, she had already garnered a fan base of millions of viewers. She often
Nice.
sang memes and satirical songs that poke fun at the anime culture while utilizing her cute voice. She basically shitposted her way into garnering a large following. And a fun fact, she even recorded Belle's Delphine's return song back then. So it's safe to say that Gawr
Really?
had always had a deep understanding of internet culture and has expertly kept her finger on the ever-beating pulse of the internet. Another pivotal cornerstone of Gura's triumph is her simple yet powerful design. Her character design is cute and appealing while being easily recognizable, which helped her build a strong brand identity.
Bug. There it is. Tell us about it. Bug.
Not only that, but it's also an accessible design, enough so that someone without many resources would be capable of reproducing it at home. And the same concept could apply to fan arts and drawings of her. A company's marketing budget, while being a powerful tool, can only go so far.
Holy, do you see the size of the feet? Why are the feet so big?
Bro, look how fat that tail is, though.
Big old feet. What the heck?
And in a way, these fan-made creations have contributed to the widespread promotion and distribution of her image. And so, that's basically how Gura became the poster child of VTubing.
You guys are so fast. I need a speed limit sign. Dear chat, you're breaking the speed limit. My speedometer is breaking. It's going off the charts.
But Gura's success didn't come without its price. Since her very first stream, and due to the wide success she enjoyed as a VTuber,
You will now address me as chef. Thank you. I already see somebody addressing me as chef. So when I ask you a question in this stream, you are going to respond with yes, chef. Can I get a yes, chef? Yes.
Let's go. Yes, chef.
many people came out after her for various reasons. However, her most prominent critiques, often referred to as antis, have primarily targeted her for what they depict as her lowly appearance.
That's the biggest thing. Like, she's a very clean VTuber, like, all around. But for some reason, people really like to accuse her of being a lolly and, like, all kinds of other stuff.
And one of the most influential antis of her early days was this content creator called Brittany Venti, who's made a video which is basically a hit piece on Gura, chastising her for acting young and for having a prepubescent appearance. Her words, not mine.
There is something called Hololive now that they do in English. They have little lollies, prepubescent girls on YouTube, and my first impression of it was, oh, is this like a child show? Is this a kids show? Like kids can see it, kind of like Dora the Explorer, and like interact with it. Then I come to find out, no, actually the chat is full of 40-year-old men getting off to the depiction of a 9-year-old.
This is the same creator who has been embroiled in another controversy with another VTuber, Iron Mouse, when she claimed
Yeah, it sounds like this is just an auntie that's a little jelly belly, I'm just saying.
she was faking her illness. This video in particular was why
Did you accuse her of faking her illness?
Brittany did a lot of generalization and had a lot of her facts wrong.
This voice actress of this virtual reality lolly makes me cringe every single time they feel the need to make that noise, gross, disgusting noise that's probably done to pander to men and turn them on. I just can't. It makes me cringe.
For example, she called every single one of Gura's viewers the P word.
If being anti-sexualization of minors makes me an SJW, then call me Anita Policeman, because these lolicons should not be on the internet openly promoting pedophilia through some loophole of where they'll say, oh, actually this depiction of a 7-year-old child, they're actually like 1,000 years old, so it's fine. No, you are still masturbating to children. Get it through your head.
Bro, who the frick is jerking off to? What are you talking about?
It's because you're a fucking monster.
As it is virtually impossible for all.
Bro, she really out here. Like, that's the thing. People like this,
So
like,
it's fine.
I can't, like, it's weird that
you
people
are
like this
still
actually exist.
masturbating.
Like, in her mind, the only way you could possibly like Gura is if you want to beat your meat off to her. Like, that is the world she lives in. There exists nobody out there who can look at Gura and just like adorable things and think she's funny. Because to her, that doesn't exist. Nobody would ever think a woman is funny or adorable. Right? Like, what the frick is wrong with you, dude?
Through some two children. Get it through your heads, because you're a fucking monster.
As it is virtually impossible for all millions of Gura's fans to be attracted to children, people were quick to comment on the video and point out that most people who watched Gura were not sexually attracted to her. Needless to say, this video got mass dislike bomb to oblivion, with people mostly memeing Venti on the internet. In that same video and during subsequent streams, she also heavily criticized Gura's talent and the viewers' strong interest in watching her, which only added fuel to the fire.
Predators are in fact mad. And the reason that they're mad is because I criticize them. I criticize their talent. I don't even like calling it that because, like, yeah.
You didn't criticize her talent at all, though. You just called her fan base a bunch of PDF files. There was no criticism there.
Gawr Gura really that much
From what
more
I saw.
talented than your average streamer that has the same type of views? No, not really. Like, yeah, the singing.
Well, that's the first problem. She said that she's not more talented than people that have the same type of views. Nobody else has those type of views. She is above the 1%. Like, what are you talking about?
Can be cute, whatever. You can nitpick a couple things here and there. Like any streamer that's big typically usually have their 1 or 2 quirks that grab viewers, and that's how they're so big. So I don't really think that Gawr Gura is especially talented in particular. I feel like calling it talent is just like,
She is incredibly talented. She does music. She streams. She does live concerts. What are you talking about?
but anyway, that's what they call it. That's what the company calls their voice actresses. They call them talents.
Brittany eventually released
Yeah, voice acting is a talent.
video in which she
That's why they pay them for it.
more research and corrected some facts, but allegedly only doubled down on them. Unfortunately, this video has been taken down, so I was not able to confirm this claim.
Look at this. She's pretending to not know how to spell stomach. Unbelievable. She can't even spell stomach right.
She really just took all of her criticisms and just
She's pretending to be dumb.
started vomiting them back up. I
Pretending to
love
be
it.
a baby. She can't even. She's pretending to. She's. Imagine.
I suppose there aren't that many dislikes yet because they haven't heard yet. They haven't started rating me yet like they did last time. So the suspected predators aren't here yet to dislike bomb me, I guess. You would think a company with such a big agency, Hololive, would...
I love how she's trying to bait them all to come back, because it's the most engagement, the most viewership she's ever gotten in her life.
twice before they go and abuse their power, but apparently not.
Unfortunately for Brittany Venti, this particular controversy only helped Gura gain momentum and propelled her in her early days at Hololive. As Gura rose up the charts simultaneously, she would become the face of the pro-loli camp and the face of the anti-loli camp, being cited as an example whenever that debate would come up, whether it is centered around her or not. Every few weeks, we can find a new outrage.
Wait, what? The dude who has been worshipping her for months since March, probably last year, he must be deaf-blind and illiterate, because there's no effing way you don't know a lolly VTuber is a lolicon. That's just no effing way.
Post on Gura, either made by a VTuber fan or an onlooker, where Brittany's claims are generally echoed. Claims saying that Gura's fans are probably losers or deviants, or more recently, we've had this one user come out and claim that Gura is problematic.
Wow. Oh, it turns out the Gura's a lolly. I didn't know.
What's crucial to understand in this segment is that Japan
I'm just saying,
embraces the
Vosh also
concept
used to
of
call
kawaii,
Gargura
or
a lolly.
cuteness, in its culture, extending even to the behavior of idols and news anchors, while Western's perspective on cuteness differ significantly. Westerners often associate cuteness with childhood, whereas the Japanese do not. This is a broad generalization, but you get my drift. Personally, I don't think everybody that watches lolly loots them. In fact, Gura rarely uses her body as sex appeal. I'll say that Gura does lewd jokes and risque innuendos, not gonna hide it, but after all, you don't become the #1 VTuber by not partaking in a little bit of internet degeneracy. And after all, according to
Fat
Gura
tail,
herself,
fat tail
she was
team,
often
let's
confused
go!
as a child, even when she
We stand the
traveled.
fat shark
Are you
tail.
sure you're not a child? I remember one time I was in the airport. I was late for a flight, so I was running, sprinting. So I get to security, and they stop me, and they say, "Hi, honey. Hi." And I was like, oh god, the second you said that, I already know where this conversation's going.
So it's not too much of a stretch to want a model that resembles your own body type. Anyway, if you all are interested in this topic, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll consider covering both sides of this debate in a future video. However, for now, I won't show more of these claims as they're essentially all the same, but just notes that these attacks are pretty frequent on Gura.
Oh,
as some users
I
even
want to
went
say every couple of months, at least once a year, the same exact like controversy pops up again with somebody else who thinks they're gonna take down Gargura.
as far as to claim that she is a fascist or even a symbol of hate.
Hello!
I love this, by the way.
Gura,
Look at the user. Look at the Gargura herself is not a fascist, but she likes the Pepe near the user image. Bro, you have a freaking profile picture of a little girl too. What are you talking about? Look at this. Wow.
Others even went as far as to claim that she is a fascist or even a symbol of hate.
Hello!
And that one's actually a little girl
Hello.
in canon. Gargora's
I
not.
don't see it. VTubing can often be mentally taxing, as creators have to worry about judgment and criticism from being in the constant spotlight. And also, VTuber audiences can be quite difficult to deal with at times. Add to that,
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact that modern content creations basically implies that you will have to become a content mill since we are consuming content at a faster pace than ever, and compounded with having to play a moe role, which is more taxing energy-wise, and suddenly it doesn't become such a stretch to assume that it can lead to health or mental health issues.
Dude, the amount of like work she puts into it, bro, is insane. Like, it's really insane. She's freaking everywhere, dude.
Beginning of November, I briefly touched on me with the members very briefly. I touched on having some doctor health stuff happening, and I didn't go very much into detail because that's just private life that I don't think I'll ever will go into. And this month of November has been pretty difficult with that. It just kind of got worse.
Gargura has struggled with health issues for a couple of years now, which has made her streaming more sporadic. One morning of December in 2022, she tweeted that she was going to the doctor, and a few days later, Hololive announced her indefinite hiatus, citing health issues. Since then, Gura has streamed whenever she could, but that hasn't stopped entitled fans to speculate or demand more content and information from their
Now,
fans.
this is messed up. Because it became a pretty big controversy too when this was happening. But I've always been of the mindset of like, dude, you don't want her to stream while she's in bad health. Like, she's not going to be able to give the show that she wants to give. She's not going to be able to put in the effort. And if anything, it's going to make her feel worse. You get me? Like, no, it's better for her to stream when she feels like she's in good health to stream.
Shark Girl. More recently, about 5 months ago, Gura returned to streaming after a large break. She had to disable pre-chat due to rising complaints, and negativity leads to more negativity, as humans are very tribal, so I think she did the right thing there. This behavior has occurred repeatedly, and it's likely to continue in the future. You can easily observe an array of negative comments in the comment section of her latest streams. Now, I've talked about parasocial relationships in depth in my video on parasocial relationships, relationships, but I'll go over it super briefly for those who haven't watched it yet. Parasocial relationships are a one-sided connection with a media persona, such as a celebrity or a social media influencer. However, I'd like to introduce a new concept that we haven't talked about yet on this channel that I think might give us a better understanding of this behavior. In China, there is a term for a new growing phenomenon called Parakin fans. Parakin fans diverge from regular fans by stepping up from merely worshipping their idols to being able to cultivate them, including their public image. In a sense, it's like idol co-creation. And I think this term could loosely be applied to Gura's fan base, or at least help shed some light on their feeling of entitlement. In Dumbed Down...
Yeah, and isn't that the weirdest thing, is that they feel like they're owed all this, like... If Gura decides suddenly to stop streaming, that's her prerogative. And like, you're not gonna do nothing about it. Cause she doesn't owe anyone anything. You get me?
In terms, those fans feel like they've had a part to play in Gura's success by either 1. Supporting her financially via donations, merch buying, or membership subscriptions.
And again, like, it's like that's just straight, like, 110%. If you subscribe, if you like, if you follow, you are helping the channel grow. 110%. There's no denying that. But even if you donated money, no matter how much you donated, you are not owed a thing. That is support, and you gotta understand that is support. That is not you paying for the like a month's of service of as not a subscription.
Or 2, by promoting.
Now, if you're a member and you're paying monthly, again, you're not paying a membership or a subscription here. You are donating that money. You are not owed. Like you gotta understand, that's not a transaction. You get me?
Done in various ways, from a simple retweet to showcasing her Oshi mark on Twitter, to contributing to her popularity by providing dubbing for her streams for overseas fans. These fans feel the need to guide their idol into the right path and won't be afraid to voice their disappointment when they feel like they're veering off said path. In these comments, not only most of those fans are demanding Gura to stream, but some of them are also calling out for harassment of those who are still loyal to her by keeping their memberships on. They tend to have an us against the world mentality, calling out everyone who disagrees with them as a tourist, a clip watcher, basically a casual viewer, or they will bunch up all of the people that are calling them out for their parasocial behavior as an onlooker that wants to morally grandstand. There's also a lot of complaints that Gura only exists to push merch now, and that she only shows up for her engagement, such as new merch drops or new outfits debuts. On this note, I feel like if she's having either health or mental health issues, it makes sense that she can't stream, but that she still feels the need to show up for her obligations that have...
Yeah, it's a freaking job. She's got a job to do. Like, she can't do all of, like, everything. She can't stream because it's bad, she's in bad health. And you need to have the energy, you gotta have the freaking, like, attitude and the feel to freaking get on this camera and start streaming. But at the same time, like, she needs to be quote-unquote valuable to the company that she's working with. So of course they're gonna freaking, like, she's gonna go and do the merch stuff because she can do it very quickly, be done with it, and go back and rest again.
Been planned for months in advance. Really curious to see how much money these fans have actually splurged for talking this big. Not that the amount actually matters, frankly. Like I mentioned before, spending money on a creator does not make you own them or remotely entitled to them. Imagine, own your personal streamer for as little as $5.99 a month.
People really think that you are, though. People really think that you that you are their personal streamer, though.
Get 30% off owning your personal piece of Gura today. Okay, in all seriousness, guys, Gura isn't a Netflix subscription. If you donate to a streamer, you do it to support them. They don't owe you anything in return. Yes, the communication would be nice, but if she's not comfortable to do so, then she's not comfortable to do it. And we shouldn't pry or transgress boundaries to try to get additional information.
Wow, let's just read the top comment. Just how freaking, like, Bro really having his whole world flipped upside down right now. And once again, weeks go by without a stream or word from Gura. How such a sweet girl can treat— she's not a girl, she's a woman— can treat her millions of fans so badly. Unbelievable. 4.4 million subs, as if she's offending all 4. Then unsubscribe. Go find another VTuber. Just get out. No one wants you then. Like, shut up, dude. What are you talking about? Bro really hurt. Bro really hurt personally. Why has she been so extremely lazy over the past year? Is it even difficult to stream for 1 hour once a week? When she debuted, I never imagined that she would be the laziest person in EN. If there are any unavoidable circumstances, please let me know. No, we're not gonna let you know jack squat, bro. Unsubscribe and go watch someone else. Shut your mouth. Get out of here. Nobody freaking wants you, bro.
Worth it. And that brings me to my final point. Gura's almost transcended being the simple shark girl that we all love into becoming much more than she probably ever anticipated. From being objectified, although not always willingly and not always with bad intentions, by her fan base, to some extent even by Cover Corp themselves, she is also now used as ammo for various camps, each utilizing her likeness for their own agendas, as she is now being used to push various ideologies from different parties.
Having explicit imagery of children in animation form when they look, sound, and act exactly like a child, and explained that it's basically training your brain to sexualize children, which is very predatory.
Ideologies.
Like, there are people like this that, like, when they look at a little girl, all they think about is the sexuality of that little girl. Like, bro, that's a you problem. You keep doing that. No one else is doing that. Nobody, like, no normal person is out here looking at a little girl being like, oh, I want to bang that. Like, no. That's a you problem. That's you. Like, what? You're what?
They look, sound, and act exactly like a child, and explained that it's basically training your brain to sexualize children.
No, bro, you look at an anime character, an anime woman, and you're like, that's a little girl. That's a little girl. People want to bang her. Like, that's a you thing, bro.
Predatory.
Ideologies that she has nothing to do with. Indeed,
Yeah.
Gura is not seen as a human behind an avatar anymore, but rather has become an ideal, or rather an idea. An idea that means different things for different groups of people. And it's weird how she doesn't have any control anymore over how she's portrayed by other people. And I guess this is what comes with being an idol nowadays. She's been put out there and now the public is kind of just riding away with it. And on a final note, I want to point out that amidst all the negativity we've shown in the last parts of the video, it's not the whole fan base that is rotten. I swear. Gura has a lot more people supporting her than hating her, and still voicing their positive messages, and I want to highlight a few of them here. Because most of the time with negativity, it's a vocal minority that does it.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, they just
It literally is, for the most part, it tends to just be a bunch of antis and haters that really just don't like you. Like, they just don't like VTubers, or they just don't like you. Like, I don't know. They have a different agenda.
always end up screaming louder than everybody else, so it overshadows some of the good. I think it's important to combat all the negativity to also show a little bit of wholesomeness. And maybe with enough of that, we can manage to nullify the whole thing somehow. That being said, I hope Gura continues to have a successful career, and I hope that these obstacles don't dissuade her from continuing VTubing and don't tarnish her experience, because I literally could not imagine the VTubing landscape without her. And that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to watch my other deep dives on Mori Calliope or Rushia Uruha. And please
we definitely gotta check out the Mori Calliope one.
my channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified when we post new content, and don't forget to hit
So I'm gonna clear my
the
throat,
bell
won't I?
icon to receive notifications. If you want to support our channel further,
I'm a little
get
sick
access to
today.
exclusive perks, consider becoming a member. Members get access to custom emojis, badges, and other perks such as priority replies to comments as they show up in a special section.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to, like, screenshot this, because I need to... P.S. I know, I'm on it. We got our first set of emotes. Okay? They are here. I have them. But I was working with some artists, some new artists, and they didn't deliver me the product that was supposed to be delivered the way I asked for it. They gave me, like... I asked for one thing, and they kind of just did whatever they wanted to. Anyway. At this point, I'm gonna just go ahead and scrap that. I lost that money. I basically got lost all that money I paid to that artist. It is what it is. But Zoe, who we love, she has made us some emotes. They're freaking phenomenal. And I'm going to debut them along with a brand new outfit with myself as well as Bud and Nana. They're also getting brand new outfits. My model's technically ready. Not Bud and Nana's yet, and I want to make like a couple. I want to make some pictures, some stuff like to go with it. I don't want to just debut the outfit and be done with it. If I'm gonna debut this new outfit, I kind of want to make this my full-blown debut, like actual debut. And so with that, I don't have a date yet, but it's also going to involve karaoke as well. And hopefully, soon after that, I'll be able to plan out my endurance stream as well as a 24-hour stream. Let's freaking go, my dudes. This is gonna be the year of OzDaMonke. Let's freaking do it!
Section in YouTube Studio. And best of all, get a chance to be featured at the end of my videos. You can join by clicking the join button below this video. We release videos weekly, so make sure to tune in next week for a brand new VTuber deep dive. See you then!
Bye! Have a beautiful time!
Thank you to my supporters, Shaf Fatnin, Twisted Washu, Swifto Sipe, Barbara Ricketts, and Sir Calvacante. And officially
Shout out to them, my dude!
Quiz. From the top.
Love it, my dudes, love it. Great video, my dude. Absolutely amazing. Please go like, comment, subscribe to Riva Even Star. She's freaking phenomenal, my dudes. All this weekly content is great. Please go and support her, my dudes. Big time, big time. I dropped the link in the Discord already. Thank you so much, Primates, for watching this all the way to the end. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell for a rainbow explosion that will go ahead and notify you every single time we go live or put out new content. Thank you so much, goodbye, and thanks for swinging by.